Hi, I'm Josie. This is my first YouTube video, which I'm super excited about. And these are 5 things I wish I knew about going vegan. Okay, so number 1 is definitely that your body is going to go through a lot of freaking changes. Like, some of them are like, oh, this is so awesome, yay, and some of them are like, okay, so this is hard. One of the big pros is that your skin is going to become so freaking glowy and just like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I'm 15, so acne is just, it's just part of how it goes. But my acne, when I do get it, it's very few and sparse. It's very few and sparse, and it literally just goes away so fast. Like, what the heck? Like, where is this coming from? You know, and my skin has just never looked better. It's just fantastic. Another thing that goes along with that is that I feel fantastic. Like, I will eat something that's like vegan sugary, it's vegan but like ice cream or, you know, other things, and I like, you'll have that like, oh, that's so satisfying, but I will still be energetic. Like, I will still just feel so much better and healthy and just like have so much freaking energy even after I eat something, just because it's not have those all those animal products, like milks for baby cows, meats. I mean, our bodies are built to do anything, but they're hard to digest. I mean, our bodies can digest, but it's just so much harder for our body to digest that, and it takes slower and it slows you down. And like fibers and other products and plant products, you literally just so fast. Which comes up to my next thing is you will poop a crap ton. I'm not even kidding you. You will poop so freaking much and so often, and you'll be fine 1 minute, and then the next minute you'll be like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna go poop. And they are everywhere, all over the board. They will soon mellow out and your bowels will be clean. That first couple weeks are like a freaking detox. Your body's just like getting rid of all of the bad stuff and just filling it up with all those good plants and earthly fibers and stuff, which is, it's kind of crazy, and no one told me that. I found it out for myself, and I was like, I'm dying. What the heck is going on to my body? Going off of that, we have number 2, which is probably that there's not that many options out there, like fast food options, like restaurant options. Like, I mean, some there are, but there isn't, it's not as much. Like, you can't just pull through McDonald's and be like, sup, I want to McDouble. Like, that's just not a thing, you know? And one thing that it showed me is I have to cook a lot more. I mean, there are snacks and stuff like that, but I have to cook a lot freaking more. And I love cooking, so it's like not a big deal for me at all. I'm like, yay, cooking, woo woo, party party. Getting to make all this new stuff that I would have never made that ends up turning out fantastic. I'm now the queen of roux to thicken up stuff, because you don't have like heavy cream or milk products that are just like, you know, like how dairy really thickens up and stuff. But I've really learned that I'm now going to be cooking a crap ton more than I was before, because you can't just like grab something, because you have to be like, everything is milk in it nowadays. Number 3, something that I wish I knew going into this, and something that I think you'll just kind of learn, like search up like veganism, like alternatives, is there are so many alternatives, or just like, yeah, like vegan or even vegetarian like meats, and like you can buy like a bottle of like egg that's like not egg and just like pour it into a pan and cook it up and it tastes like eggs. Like, I didn't know that was a thing until like a week or 2 ago, which is so cool, because that is also something that helps me a lot easing into it. It's like, so I can be like, oh darn it, I really freaking want ice cream, but then you can go to the store and you can get ice cream that is, you know, I mean, it's a little bit more expensive because it's not dairy, but it's so good, especially if you find some really good brands. Like, I love the Ben & Jerry's one. They have one made from sunflower butter, so good, like you can't even freaking tell the difference. And it has saved my butt, because it just really helps you ease into that world of not eating any animal products. The 4th thing that I have for you guys is that you can't just cut out animal products and just keep on living your life and be like, I'm vegan, because your body's not going to get the nutrients and the minerals and the energy that it needs to live, and you will just not be able to function just as like a human being as you should be able to. And that was one thing that the first time that I went vegan, I just totally struggled with, because I was just like, cutting out animal products, let's go, and I couldn't function within 2 days. I was depressed and tired and just like wanted to die, because my body just couldn't function on like pasta, you know? I needed those nuts and seeds that had protein and good things for my body that my body needs to survive. Number 5, that is that it's okay to ease into it, and I just wanted to use this as the last one because I think this one is really important. Okay, so a lot of people, I can just jump headfirst in. I'm just gonna go vegan, which a lot of people can, but a lot of people can't, and I was one of those a lot of people, mostly because I wasn't informed and I didn't know that much about going vegan. Was because like if you're vegan, they're like, oh, you're vegan, people judge you because like somehow you're like some like people think that vegan people think that they're like higher than other people because like they're helping the planet, which we are, because that's a whole nother video topic and stuff. So you know, we just have to ease into it. Like you're going into a pool of veganism, and it's a bunch of stuff, and you just gotta go toe first, dip it in. I first went vegetarian. I just cut out all meat. It was hard. I mean, and I was like, I'm a vegetarian, no, I've got this in the bag, I'm making everything good. And then you get into it and you're like, oh, this is kind of hard. But then you come out and you realize this is for the better for you and the planet, and makes you feel like a good person. And then I became vegan and, you know, cut out eggs and honey and dairy products, and it was a lot easier that way because my body was kind of used to it. It was like, you haven't eaten meat in over a month, you know, so it was just a lot easier. It's on my mental health, on my physical health, for my body, just overall, for me, for my family, so they didn't have to live with me. But yeah, that's definitely one thing that I recommend, even sometimes, and I just say that, you know, it's okay. It's okay to just dip your foot into the water first. And veganism isn't for everyone. That's one thing that I just want to add on to that part, is that some people might be like, oh, veganism is for everyone, like everyone should go vegan, but not everyone can, you know? It's hard. I mean, it's easy like a lot of the time, but it's hard sometimes, you know, and not everyone can go vegan, and that's okay. But it's just, even like going vegetarian and just doing your part and doing what's best for you, and always making sure that you are always in a mentally good state whenever you're doing any of these things, and just go into it with positivity and a good mood. And if you ever get to a point where you're like depressed and just feel like you can't go on, it's okay. You know, don't feel like a terrible person, like put yourself down because you couldn't do it, you know, because that's what I did. I felt terrible and depressed and just feel like you can't go on, it's okay. You know, don't feel like a terrible person, like put yourself down because you couldn't do it, you know, because that's what I did. I felt terrible, and these things helped me, and that's why I wanted to share with them, you guys. Okay, so those are the 5 things I wish I knew before going vegan. Use these wisely, you know, everyone's body is different, and we just have to kind of be wise and smart with how we treat our bodies and how we go into different things. These are just things that really helped me and the things I wish I knew, and I just wanted to share with you guys. Alright, peace out.